Hello, this is Sly Cooper 1. If someone can give me a countdown.
Sure. 3, 2, 1, go!
So right off the bat, you saw me reloading the game. At the start you have a cutscene, but we obviously don't want to watch that, so we just reload the game and that skips the cutscene. What I'm doing right now is trying to skip the whole world. Ah, shit! Didn't get the first try. It's kind of specific, but if you fill it once or twice, it doesn't really matter. Loses you a little bit of time. And I got it, so that's nice. So this basically skips the whole first level. So yeah, that's that's pretty nice. Right now we have a cutscene explaining the story and what happened and stuff. This game has actually a lot of cutscenes. Basically, the basic premise of this game is 5 guys stole a book with a lot of thieving skills in it, which have been the Cooper family have been collecting for a long time. So that's how they made the book. So basically they tear it in 5 parts, and basically you have to retrieve those parts. And yeah, that's the basic premise of this game. I'll try to explain as many tricks as I can, but some tricks I skip because I'm not consistent at it, and some tricks are right after each other, so can be difficult to explain them all. And basically this is one of the longest cutscenes. After this you have another cutscene of a minute, and that's basically for every world you have a minute-long cutscene, and also and another cutscene before the boss, but I will talk about that later.
Broken alone, I was dumped at the town orphanage.
Yeah, this cutscene can be pretty long, unfortunately. But, I mean, it's better than running. Easy.
Part-time driver, full-time burger.
So they're now just explaining how they met Sly and who the characters are, who isn't Sly. And yeah, that's basically it. Shoot in a minute cut off to the main menu. If you can hurry up.
That was a nice piece of work back there at police headquarters, Sly. Come see me if you want to check out any of your old movies.
Basically, you have to just mash X to skip this because, well, it's just faster. But make sure to not go into the gallery, because that will lose you some time, and just go to the right and go into this world. I don't know if there are any donations, but now would be a good time.
We currently do not, but I would like to remind you that you are watching BSG and we are supporting the Dutch Cancer Society. So if you do want to donate, the money will be going to a great cause, and so feel free to donate as often as you can.
So this is basically a cutscene explaining what the first guy that stole some pages from the Thievius Raccoonus. It's yeah, like I said, like a minute or something cutscene. Not too bad, but it can get pretty annoying later on in the run, like watching these cutscenes, especially if you are doing a bad run, because you will need to obviously rewatch them if you reset. But luckily we don't reset. So going into the first level, I will be doing a trick which will basically will try to launch me upwards. I'll be running into the sign, but it's random how high you will go. So basically I'm trying to get up the those rocks you may have saw a little bit earlier. Yes, that's the right height, but well, yep, Okay, that's what I tried to do. So we jump down here. You have the normal path which you can take, but that has a cutscene, but we skip it because we don't want to watch cutscenes. That's a little shortcut I just did, just on the pole. It's not too hard, but make sure to not break bottles, because Bentley will be explaining why, what those bottles are. So right now there's a cutscene that you can skip by dive.
More like a machine than a hideout.
You're right, Sly. That is a storm machine.
So basically you can skip this little cutscene by dying, but like I said before, I can't really get this consistent, so I'll just watch the cutscene. It's like 15 to 20 seconds or something, so it's not too bad. So you jump on, at least I try to, you jump on here, and then you try to go out of bounds. Yes, nice. Basically you go along this path, jump over some rocks, and then you basically skip a part of the level. Jump here to jump over the gate, and just now play through the level kind of normally. Jump here. Unfortunately, you have to wait, and I think you can jump over there, but I'm not gonna do that because, well, I'm not. I'm bad. So just watch out for this walrus. I like to get to trigger the alarm at the beginning of those lights, because the gate will open fully, and if you go like at the end of the light, the gates have to open first before it can close down again, so that we'll lose a little bit of time if you smash the alarm. So we now got the first key. Keys are mainly to open gates like that and to unlock further parts of the world, but pretty much in World 1 and World 2 we don't really need keys, only for the first level, so that's pretty neat. So what I just again did, I reloaded the game because there's a little bit of walking you need to do, but I'm lazy, so I'm just gonna skip it. So I now skipped the first 3 levels by just going up the pole and, yeah, basically skipping it. It's kinda annoying, but... and this is also annoying. Skip, okay. There's a skip there where you can go on the pipe and go over the cutscene, but I didn't get it, so just watch the cutscene. It's only like 30 seconds.
You're not gonna tell me I have to shoot myself out of that cannon.
So you think you need 7 keys to unlock the boss, but there's also, of course, a skip for that, which I will be showing in a second if they can hurry up. Oh, and also in these cutscenes you can move Bentley and Sly with the analog sticks, which is, I don't know why they made it in the game, but it's fun. So I'm trying to clip behind there, and now I am doing some super jumps. Basically, if you walk or fall, you will see a dust kinda where Sly is. But if you jump and then swing your cane and jump again, kinda specific. But if you do that, basically Sly, the game will not catch up with Sly, like, the game doesn't know that Sly was there. So if you go, for example, if you have a charm, and you go in the water, for example, you go to the last place where Sly was. But since the game doesn't know where Sly, since the game thinks Sly was last behind the cannon, he will launch him to there, so that triggers the cutscene. And yes, I said jump into the water. I didn't do that because you can, like I just did, you can clip kinda between a wooden platform and a and just a normal platform, and it launches you back because it doesn't know where to place Sly. So now coming up is the first boss, Raleigh. It's pretty straightforward, just four phases. The first three you have, he jumps 5 times, and on the last phase he does something 6 times. I don't know why they made it 6 times, but I mean, they had to change it up a little bit, of course. I'm basically trying to get Raleigh around that corner because then I can launch, swing my cane so that he goes as close to the platform as possible, which will cause him to travel less amount of time. So now the last part is coming up. Wow, really good. It doesn't matter though, you will see it a little bit later. Okay, so let's do that again. So what he does now, he swings his tongue around 6 times. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You now reload the game while swinging him, which will end up not triggering the ending cutscene. And that saves around 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes every time.
I took the liberty of
So now we completed World 1 and are going into World 2. Yeah, this is basically again showing who the guy is, who we have to beat.
Next up,
So
Victoria's mugshot.
this is pretty similar to the first world, since we do not play any of the levels except for the first level, because there are skips for the other levels, of course. Then, yeah. Basically, from World 3 and 4 onwards, you have to play all the levels because there are no skips for it yet. I don't think there will be any skips anytime soon. But I don't know, maybe someone will find something
with enough perspiration
in the future.
He become a hard-boiled, street-brawling, tough-as-nails gangster, ensuring that he'd never be kicked on or pushed around again. So he's holed up in Mesa City, huh?
So, almost, the cutscene is almost done, so we will be going into the first level in a minute. It's actually pretty similar to the opening level of the last worlds. There's also a death abuse where you can skip a Bentley cutscene. But this one is I think even harder than the last one, so I'm not doing this one. And saves, again, like 20 seconds, but I mean, I don't do it. So here you just go around here, jump, and you skip a little bit of the level. Straightforward, pretty much this. So here you have the Bentley cutscene. You can go a little bit to the right of the platform. You can fall off, and if you do it right, the Bentley cutscene will have triggered. But since the game doesn't want you to see cutscenes multiple times because they're pretty lengthy, it just skips it. So yeah, but it's not really that long of a cutscene, so it doesn't really matter. And pretty much the rest of the level is pretty straightforward, just kind of playing casually. Just jump over this guy, punch him. Watch out for these platforms because they can obviously squish you. I didn't make the good cycle, so that was pretty unfortunate. I picked up the charm just to be sure for the next world skip, because that is actually a pretty hard skip. So I can have at least 2 tries to do it, and otherwise I will have to reload the world. So now, almost at the end of the level, just smack this guy, and smack the key, and that's pretty much the first level done. So like you saw in the last world, I will be again reloading the game, so we don't have to walk to the basic spawn area, because again, I'm lazy. But as you will see, there is a Bentley cutscene there, so I will be again reloading the game. So it basically skips the Bentley cutscene. Smack this guy, you can go over here, but you can also go around. I don't think it even saves that much time, maybe like half a second. So basically you go here, you face the wall and just punch and jump, but the height is pretty annoying and specific, so maybe? Yes, got it. So now I will try to not mess up this, and I messed it up. Thanks game. Try it again. Come on. Of course, doesn't give me any height. Nice. No. Come on. Okay, I don't know why it's not even giving me any height at all. It's pretty weird. Hello? Oh, you know what, I'll just reload the levels, maybe it's glitching out, I don't know. And if for some reason, if you reload the game, it starts the Bentley cutscene again, because reasons. Okay, that was a pretty fail of my part. But luckily I didn't get hit. Nice. That can happen if you can clip between the wall and the area, so we will clip through it and just fall there. It's pretty annoying, and you can't escape, so you have to reload again. Let's try this again. And now give me heights. That's not enough height, game. Come on. That's not a good position. Heights, please. As you can see, this is a pretty annoying and hard trick. Especially if you're bad with the angle. Like me. Hello. Come on. And it doesn't give me enough heights. I'm losing a lot of time here, unfortunately. Come on, just give me it. Ugh. I'll just try to get the angle a little bit better. But unfortunately I'm bad. Give me it. Come on. As you can see, this is a really annoying trick. I'm usually getting about a few tries, but I luckily got it. Oh, and wow. Pretty much if the angle decides how high the jump is. So if the angle is pretty specific, so if you mess it up, it doesn't give you, it launches you upwards, but it doesn't give you enough height. And as you can see, I luckily made the second jump as well. So now we will be trying to get the the second part of the world skip with some super jumps. Okay, I messed it up the first time, but I luckily have a charm, so just keep calm. And I got it. Nice. Finally. Now we have another boss fight with another cutscene. This boss fight has 3 phases. Basically running around hitting mirrors, because obviously this guy is pretty big and just hitting with a cane doesn't apparently affect him. So we hit the lights because reasons, and that damages him. I never got why the lights damages him, but I mean, I'm not arguing with it. I will be talking later about the 3rd phase, because I will pretty much be doing just safe strats, because, you know, this is a marathon and I'm not that great of a runner, unfortunately. So now going into the boss fight, you can just start like how it is, but I just like to reload the game to reposition Mockshock. It's not mandatory, but it's just better for me. So what you will be trying to do is just avoiding his bullets, just double jumping over them. It's pretty easy. Of course he hits me on the last figures. So basically what I wanted to try to do is hit him while he was not shooting, which will trigger him not because he's now doing a little animation that his guns are destroyed, which you can skip by just hitting him if he's close enough, but I just didn't do it now because I didn't want to risk it again, because I'm already a little behind, unfortunately. Because much, of course, in the marathon, Mockshock skip is not in my favor. Just be cautious to avoid his bullets, because if you die here, you have to restart the whole fight. I jumped down. It's not mandatory, but it's just fun to fall down. Just because you can just stay up the platform, but I mean, why not? So pretty straightforward here. You can jump where Mockshock is standing, but it's a marathon, so I'll try to do it safe and just jump around like casually. Second to last thing here. Just wait till he shoots. Reload the game. Oh, and the fight is done. So that was World 2, and we'll be going into World 3 now. Yes, I have time for a donation.
I figured out a way.
We have a €11 donation from Not Zeta saying, "A little birdie told me the runner of the city really likes Final Fantasy 1. So here's some money to make sure he can play the Warrior of Light." And that does put Zidane and Warrior of Light as the top 2 characters for Dissidia.
A career in crime allowed an adult Ms. Ruby to punish the world for fearing her as a child. Chief Mystic for the Fiendish Five, her powers allowed them to break both the laws of man and nature at the same time. Yet despite the whirlwind success of her youth,
so pretty much this is again just a cutscene for the boss. But this time we won't be skipping the all the levels, because like I said earlier, there aren't skips for for these levels. If there would be, the any percent would be way shorter than it would be right now. But you know, we don't have skips. So going into the first level, it's pretty straightforward. Just play through it like normal. yeah, pretty straightforward. I will be doing a trick later, but I will be explaining that when I'm doing it. Or trick, not really. Let's just go with fines. Watch out for the mosquitoes. They usually don't hit you, but just be cautious. Here you can jump on the platform, but okay, I messed it up. But you can jump basically to skip it, even though I messed it up. So you jump here. It's usually you wouldn't be here right now. You would be doing a lot of the other level, but well, I'm just I'll skip it. You know, jump on this tree. And basically just follow how I walk with this. You basically have to knock out or smack all the candles to get rid of all the guards. So you can grab the key because it was for around with magic. I think I got the floating slide, but I'm not sure. Did I? Yes, I got the floating slide. Basically, it's pretty much no use for the run. But if you jump and smack the key mid-air, Sly will be sometimes in mid-air and just standing there. It's pretty dumb glitch actually, but it's fun too if you get it. So again, I will be reloading the game because I don't want to walk all the way. And yeah, we will be actually doing actual levels now instead of world skips. So going into the lair of the beast, it's a pretty easy level. Again, you have a Bentley cutscene, and we obviously skip it. So what we do, you jump on this tree and then try to pretty much go up this vine. It's a bit tricky to get it first, but if you practice it, it's not that hard. So I'm now out of bounds. Yeah, it's pretty easy to get out of bounds in this game. Like, not hard at all. And we're almost done now. And this was the first level. The normal levels would be like around 5 minutes or something, I would say, maybe longer. But like this, they will be pretty much faster. Pretty much faster. They will be a bit faster, I mean. Also, this world gives sometimes a little bit of lag when going out of levels. I have no idea why. Maybe just no optimization of the game or something like that. But yeah. So this is one of the side missions where you basically need to play this sort of minigame instead of just the normal platforming. I'm just straight with this. I am not really fast with this. Just try and get like crowded areas of the piranhas and just go with it. Oh, wow, that was already lighted. I'm blind. So yeah, you basically just need to light all the candles here, which is pretty easy. Just need to, for some reason, those piranhas are have fuel in them or something like that. So you need to just drive over them and you gain fuel for your kind of flamethrower. Basically you do this because you want to open the gate, and for some reason lighting all the candles just opens the gate. Will be done in a short moment. Just 2 more. Okay, that's 1. Not even 2. Wow. Thank you. And here are the last 2. You want to try to get the last candle as close to the gate as possible, but I did not do that because I'm dumb. But like, it doesn't really save that much time, like maybe a second or two. But if you want to go optimized, you just go as close to the gate as possible. So now we will be going to the 3rd level. What you're seeing right now, by the way, is me just jumping and then reattaching to the bones. It's a little bit faster than just climbing. Yeah, I'm going into the 3rd world level. I mean, I really hate this level because there are some specific jumps that I might mess up. The enemies are really annoying, except for this one, luckily. Okay, got the first jump. This enemy is just the worst. But it gave me a nice time this time. Ooh. Force. Nice. So basically I tried to jump, which saves a little bit of time, but it obviously loses me some time now. So I'll be just smacking the gate now instead of trying to do the jump. Basically that to the right path is basically just a little time save, which I obviously messed up. I know that there is a hook swing kind trick, but I do not do that because, like I said before, I can't get all the tricks or the newest, the sickest tricks consistently. So yeah, basically I'm doing the old way, and you're basically trying to get out of bounds by doing a jump, which I did. It's not too difficult, but it can mess you up a little bit. So here jump, because otherwise you will walk into a wall, smack the key and finish the level. So usually you have at the end of a level or world you have a 7 key lock that you will do, use for the boss, but also at first you have a 3 lock thing that will unlock the second part of the level, but basically that takes too much time, so we just go out of bounds and skip it. And wow, I pressed circle, but I mean, this game is pretty dumb, so sometimes it just doesn't want to go onto the ledge, so this pretty much sucks. And this is pretty shit because I actually really wanted a charm here, because it would have made my life way easier, but we don't have a charm, so I'll just try this a few times. So basically there's a bone jump, and I can, like, most of the tricks I'm pretty bad, I can't do it, of course. So, oh, I actually got a first try. That was that is new, I never get a first try. But basically you can do a bone jump or the jump I did, but I with a charm you can basically use the charm to get hit and then get hit. Basically you jump towards the barbed wires, you get hit, you get launched back to the place on the bones, and you jump to the place again, and because you still have invisibility frames, you can just go over it. But I didn't do that, I just jumped over it. It's pretty straightforward platforming. I also like that I glitched out Sly. I don't know why it happens, but basically Sly just for some reason doesn't jump on the specific platform. I don't know why. And sometimes it's also on here, not it is a little bit to the left, but this time it wasn't. It's weird, but it doesn't save any time, it's just fun glitch. Also, if you have seen more runs of this before, you know, or if you have seen runs of better runners than me, of course, you know that at the end of the level you can grab the key, but before that you can exit the level and it will skip the key cutscene. But just to be sure that I get the key, I don't do it. Because if you do it too early, you just get out of the level, and if you don't get the key, you have to redo the whole level, and let's be honest, I don't want to do that. So the first part of this level is basically just an auto-scroller. So, if you have any donations, maybe? Okay. Ah, that's fine.
But while we may not have donations, we still have a lot of incentives that are yet to be met. One of them being the Dissidia Final Fantasy Prologue % Blindfolded, which still needs 86 euros to be completed. We also have the Bone Dance in Spyro Year of the Dragon, which still needs 750. And All Orbs for Scorpiolek Any %, which still needs 45 euros. So if you want to see those, be sure to get your donations in.
So we moved out of the auto-scroller to go into an actual level. It's basically just playing through it and try not to get hit. This is also a good part of the run where you can get a charm. Because hitting the enemies and stuff like that just gives you a lot of points sometimes. Well, I mean those enemies with the kind of chicken guys that shoot their heads for some reason. So I now have 2 charms, which is pretty good because the next level can be pretty annoying. But I will be talking about that when I'm there. Just smack those. So you have these tombstones that spawn these ghosts. Basically, you just need to destroy the tombstones to end this level. So the key is surrounded by magic. So and if you smash all the tombstones, it's for some reason not surrounded by magic anymore. I don't know why. But basically, this is the level. So now we're going into one of my least favorite levels, Down Home Cooking. Basically another minigame like this, but you have to run around and smack some chickens. Why? Because some weird ghost with the key wants you to smack 50 chickens for no reason at all. Because why not, right? So you might think that, oh, this is not too hard, it's just a time limit with smacking some chickens, that's fun, right? Well, just wait till 8 chickens have been smashed. Yeah, there are terrorist hen. Yeah. This, I don't know why they have bombs, I don't know why they even want to kill me by killing themselves, but I mean, feel free what they want to do, right? But pretty much they are not annoying except if they get on your tail. Because sometimes they will just be faster than you and blow you up. And if you are, if you have smacked a lot of chickens, it can be quite annoying. So I'm just trying to get not hit. And get the final amount of chickens. I actually had luck with where the chickens spawned and where they ran and stuff like that, because usually they're pretty annoying, but I had some luck with it. So just, yeah, grab the key and end of the level. Coming up is the World 3 boss, Miss Ruby. There is a pretty annoying and again hard skip, because why make the boss easy? it's pretty much again an out of bounds. It's pretty specific where you need to jump, but I will be explaining that when I'm there. Because first, like always, there is a cutscene where they are pretty much talking to each other. And if you're wondering, no, you cannot skip this cutscene. Or any of the boss cutscenes. Because you can, for some reason, not go into the menu. I think this is just because you go into a level and it starts with the cutscene, so it doesn't give you the menu prompt or something. They didn't build it in. And for example, with other cutscenes you can, because you're already playing a little bit beforehand. So I think that's why, but I mean, I don't know. Also, she talks really slowly and annoyingly. So the first part of this level is a... Okay, nice. Smack me. Doesn't really matter, because I need to get rid of the charms anyway. But basically this is a little bit platforming. Pretty straightforward, just go onto these teeth, I guess. Specific jump, and I got it first try. Nice. So now you want to go onto this root or teeth. I don't actually know which one of the two it is. So I'm now out of bounds and want to go up here, walk a little bit forward, and then just walk off. What I'm basically doing here is I am falling into the second part of the level, which will bring me to the what people call a Dance Revolution game. Basically, you can just mash the buttons prompt and it won't give you a penalty for it, so it's pretty easy. Just mash the buttons and it's done. I don't know if you can mash them all at once. I don't do it because I tried it, but I mean, if I die every time, it doesn't really work for me. So it just, yeah, mash the one that is coming up. I think I'm just going to go for the Miss Ruby's last phase skip. That will save around a minute. If I won't get it, I will be majorly screwed over, because you will have to replay the world, so let's just hope I get it. Yeah, so this is basically Dance Revolution, so like people call it. I have never played that, but I mean, I'll go with what people say, right? It's every stage of this mini game or boss fight, it gets a little bit faster, especially in the last phase. But you luckily don't have to worry about it, since if you do the skip correctly, which I hope I will be doing, you will just, yeah, skip it. Oh. Yes, I got it. Nice. So basically, you would usually smash one of her HP. She has 4 HP in total. But what I did is stand next to her, and you can, for some reason, smack her twice, which will end the boss fight. So I'm pretty happy that I got that skip, because it saves a minute, but it also loses you quite some time if you fill it. And since we're probably already a little bit behind, I really need to just get the skips correctly. But this World 4 is not that difficult,
They couldn't see
even
past his
though
shabby clothes,
I
and chased
hate
him away.
one world so much.
Humiliated,
But
the painted
I'll
king took
manage, I
revenge
guess.
on those who shunned him by using the
Yeah,
very
again,
tools
this
of
is
his
just
art.
weird. Again, the cutscene
The Fiendish
where
Five
they
could
explain the
advance
story of the
Coalition's
main
exploits.
villain
From then
of
on,
that
his
world.
explosive touch became feared
I think they
worldwide.
get
He was rumored to be perfecting some new
shorter
firework
every
technique
time, so
high in the
that's
unstable
nice, so
cooling
you don't
mountains
have to
of
watch
Western
like full long cutscenes every time. But I mean, it's also a bit of a relaxing point in the run. So coming up is the first level of World 4. In a minute, if this cutscene ends. Come on. Yeah, Perilous Ascent. This is a pretty straightforward level again. Just play through it normally first, and then again we're going out of bounds. Like we usually go. It's also nice to have two charms, because the next levels can be quite annoying. So what I'm trying to do here is jump on this kind of sign thingy, I guess, and grab the ledge of that green platform. Come on. Nope. Come on. Sly, mate. Thank you. Okay, got it. Try to be a little bit down of the area, because otherwise the Bentley cutscene, there's a Bentley cutscene and it will trigger if you're too much upwards. So just stay upwards, I guess. Or downwards, I mean. Usually what happens there is you do not have a good camera, but for some reason it never happened to me before. Meme. But I mean, yeah, it literally, it usually always gives you a bad camera angle, but it gave me a nice one for some reason. It's really easy, just try to follow the line where you're walking on, but yeah, that's pretty much it. The out of bounds in this game are not terribly hard, just kinda have to know where you're walking. You can go behind that statue and then jump over it and smack the guard. For some reason he doesn't see you, so that's pretty cool. Don't worry about that card, by the way, because because you can literally just walk to him and he doesn't do anything, because you aren't meant to be there at that point. Because I smacked the fireworks that trigger that, yeah, do trigger, well, those fireworks, and spawns me on that platform. I don't know why they don't react to me at all. But I don't mind. It's a little bit easier. Okay, I didn't get caught by the guards. That's nice. You pretty much have to just walk around a maze here to get the key, and then you have to walk back. It's, yeah, pretty easy. I could have done a super jump that will warp me out of the level, but this is actually the first time that I'm here with a charm, so I have no idea how to do it, but I've seen it in runs, so I don't think it's even that hard, and it doesn't save that much amount of time, but still, you could do it if you have the skill, unlike me. So this is, I think, yeah, the first Murray level you will be seeing. There was also a Murray level in World 2, but I obviously skipped that. Basically, Murray just needs to walk through a level, and you need to smack all the people that try to kill Murray. It's not that hard if you know where the enemies are at, but they can be pretty stupid, so just be cautious. And try not to hit Murray, because if you fire at him and you will hit him, well, he will be damaged, so you have to do it over again. And also, if you have a charm like me, if you by accident hit Murray, or if Murray gets hit, the charm will activate just like it would by Sly. But I'm trying to not get hit. Usually I get that firework instantly, so Murray doesn't have to wait. Oh, and luckily he didn't have to wait here either. So pretty much just smack the guard back there with the firework as soon as possible, because if you do it later, Murray will have to wait until the platform is smashed down, which can take like a second or something. So just make use of it. I mean, just get used to it, to smacking the fireworks as well. This part is basically just Murray triggered the alarm, so you have to kill the guards that are showing up. It's completely random where the guards spawn, but it's manageable. Like, and it's also pretty straightforward. I don't know how many exactly there are, how many guards, but there aren't a lot of them, so that's that's nice. But it's also not the hardest part, so that's basically this level done. And after this, the most annoying part of this world, unfortunately. The level called Unseen Foe, I believe, if I'm correct. Yes. I absolutely despise this level. Not because it's necessarily hard, but just because I'm really suck at some of these parts. But luckily I have a charm, so that's that helps. So just jump here. You after the World 3, you gain an invisibility skill, but that's slow, so we don't use it. I could have jumped towards the guard right here, but I do not want to risk it, so I'll just wait for a cycle and go invisible, since we gained that ability. Yeah, it's actually amazing how fast I got that, because it's jumping on that ledge is pretty specific, so it's good that I got it fast. Just smack this enemy, smack this enemy. You don't have to smack this enemy, but why not? Okay, I got those jumps, nice. This is actually going well for change. Like, usually this level is just a pain in my ass. Basically you need to jump on this by going here and then trying to jump here, and then going up to the this platform, but it can be pretty annoying, as you can see. Okay, got it. Usually I won't jump down like this, but I have a charm, so I don't care if I risk it. So you can just jump down the whole way and smack the alarm and the key. And that's basically the Unseen Foe. Now we will be going into the last level of this world. Last level of this first part of the world, I mean. If you go out of the Unseen Foe, just follow how I walk, kinda. Because if you go too much to the right, you will trigger a Bentley cutscene, which you obviously don't want to have triggered. Again, this is pretty straightforward. Just play like casually, casual gameplay and speedruns. Here we have a kinda annoying jump, and I didn't get it because it's annoying. Basically, you go as much far upwards as you can, and then you can jump up here. It skips a pretty big part of the level, and basically this is now all just straightforward stuff. You smack this and go up to this. This is a little... Okay, this is not a time save because I failed it, wow. Basically if you jump on the pole and... if you jump on the pole you can grab the rope and that saves a little bit of time. I got asked what my PB is. My PB is a 1:16:13. Actually I got it 2 days ago or something while practicing, but obviously this is not one of the greatest ones, so I will not get that. So this is the... I forgot the name of the level, so never mind. This is the last level of this first part of the world. We will be again now doing a out of bounds by jumping on this platform and then jumping here. Nice, got it. Walk along this. It's not that hard. Go around this and try to jump in. Yeah. If you don't jump in, Sly will go into the kind of machine kind of thingy, and it will be a little bit of time. So you just want to jump into it. What I'm trying to do here is I'm in the left corner, spinning the thing so I can go out of bounds, but it's random what I will get. And as you just saw, it can launch me out of the world, which is pretty unfortunate. Come on. Come on. Just spins. It's not an annoying movement in my opinion, but... Thank you for launching me out of the level again. Really appreciate that. Let's try that again.
And while the runner is doing this, I would like to remind you that we are running in support of the Dutch Cancer Society, an amazing charity which aims to prevent and fight cancer and alleviate the suffering of those already battling the disease. 90% of your donations will go directly towards the Dutch Cancer Society, so be sure to get your donations in.
So I got out of bounds, luckily. It basically skips the whole level. And what you just need to do is just hold forwards and the right, like going into that angle, kind of. Hard to explain. I'm bad at explaining. So you just need to smack, destroy the pillar and then get the key. Smack that card and go into the next level, Duel by the Dragon. This level is also pretty straightforward, just like all levels. But here you have a cutscene that I want to skip, if I can. The trigger is really big, so usually I got it, luckily. But usually if you go in the area where you usually walk, it triggers the cutscene, and it sometimes just triggers the cutscene anyway. But I got it luckily, and the rest of the level is straightforward. I don't know why I jumped down. Okay, nice. Okay, this is... I don't know why I jumped down. I'm done. So yeah, pretty much the rest of the level is just walking and smacking. There will be a audio, what you can call it? Basically a trick that depends on getting like an audio cue. But it's also, if I don't hear it, I can have a visual cue also, so. And I got it, because I heard it. And I just kill myself here to basically, I smack my cane there, so it triggers that checkpoint. So basically it skips a part of the level. Just kill yourself there and you can respawn at that checkpoint. Now I hope that Carmelita is not gonna snipe me. Because for some reason sometimes he just has the best aim in the whole world and just snipes you out of nowhere. Just smack the fireworks here and you are done. If she didn't snipe. No. I heard that she can hit one of the fireworks, but never happened to me before, so it must be quite rare, I believe. So there's only one level left, and that is a racing level. It's, yeah, like usual, it's pretty straightforward. Just keep in mind that you have to just mash X to skip some text Murray and Sly will give you, because they will be talking and just there will be a prompt for the X button. And no, you can also not skip this cutscene. So basically what you need to, what they're saying here, there are these monkeys that challenge Murray to race around this track to get a key. So Murray is gonna do that, and yeah, so he gets the key, and that's gonna be the final key of this world, and then we can fight the boss as well. But it's pretty easy, this race. Just pick up some nitros and use them as often as I just use them in the corners. I usually use them there because it looks like Murray really slows down. Wow, nice. Like Murray in the corners slows down because he's turning tightly. So I usually use the nitros there. Wow. Okay, usually I would be further ahead, but they're really rude to me right now. Smack that guy. Well, it's these races aren't too bad to manage. Just, like I said, use the nitros in a good way, and it will be all good. I hope there won't be a chance that I will screw this up because of this guy in front of me. Really? Okay, I got this now because this nitro will... I'm now in first and pretty much they won't catch up to me. So that's the race. Murray will drive into the ice cream place because he also wanted to get ice cream because, I mean, ice cream's nice. So he got the key and now we can go into the final boss of this world. And the next boss is, with most bosses they have 4 health in total. With this guy, you just have to smash him multiple times, so he is like, I don't know, 40 health or something like that? I think you hit him 10 times every time. And I believe he has 4 or 5 phases, because every 10 hits he will launch you backwards. So it will make you do the part where you need to run up to him again. So again, they were just talking a little bit, like usual. Yeah. boss is coming up a little bit.
For your disrespect. Still, to honor your
I
people's
wish they talked
ancestry,
faster,
I will
but
send
no.
you to your doom with the beauty of my new firework technique. Flame Fu.
Okay, so the boss fight, basically just walk in an angle like this and jump over them. He has, I believe, 3 different sorts of attacks. The spinning attack he does right now. I don't know if he will show it now. No, still the spinning attack. That one, where he basically just smacks in front of you. And later he just does like karate chop or something. Yeah, like this, where you can just walk around him and smack him because he doesn't move. I like that one the most because it's you really can't get hit then. And like here, with the spinning attack you need to jump over him, otherwise you will obviously get hit. So that can be pretty annoying with dealing hits. So I'm trying to be careful here because if I smack him too many times, he will, the boss will end and go into the cutscene. But luckily there is, on his last hit, he cowers, he's basically going cowardly. And yeah, if he does that, you can just load the game and then smack him for the final part. So now, going into the last world.
In the 4 parts of the
like most with my speed games, I absolutely despise the last world. The levels are just annoying.
Is this a strange coincidence? Or is there
So
something
first
I'm
off we have a turret section, which is pretty fun, I guess, but also annoying because the enemies that you have to hit are not per se random, but I mean, they're just sometimes hard to hit. Just when you spawn, you just mash triangle. I mean square. So that will open the gate immediately. It will save a little bit of time if you smack the gate immediately. So you need to just shoot some mines, and then the section with the owls will come up. This is, in my opinion, you have this 3 times, and it's really annoying. But I am getting. This is actually going well. And you might say, well, they are not doing anything. Well, they will fly around you and then later attack you, but the attack they will do is really fast and pretty hard to dodge. And also, if you die here in any part of this level, you will have to do it all over again. So I really hope I won't die. Okay, like that. Annoying. Okay, nice. I didn't get hit. Always a little bit nerve-wracking at this part. I'm trying to shoot all these mines just a little bit forward, and then you can shoot them at the same time. If you hit the rock, you die immediately. That's always also nice. It's pretty annoying to get. This level is pretty annoying with all the shooting stuff, but you can manage if you know what to do. This is the most annoying and hard part of the level. Basically, there are so many owls to keep track of. So, but I got it. That's nice. And I don't know why they made it the trigger so late, but basically you just have to drive into this. And yeah, it takes a long time. So going into the second level, a driving section, like not like the racing. It's completely new. You need to pick up these kind of boxes, but you're kind of racing, or like you want to pick up 60 before the slugs, the lava slugs do for some reason. I don't know why they picked them up and why you need to be faster, but I mean, I won't argue this isn't hard necessarily. Just keep them out of the track as most as you can, and it will be good. Usually there are 4 loft slugs, but I am only seeing 3, if I'm correct. So that's a little bit weird, but I'm not complaining. The less slugs, the easier it is for me. People recommend going claw with this, but I really don't mind going normal, like camera normally, not claw basically. It's basically personal preference what you want to do with this level. Well, things. And no, I won. There's an ending cutscene here, and then it's pretty much done. Yeah, basically Mary will now drive into the gate, and that's the end of the level. So here is a there is a skip called a Bentley skip, which is basically which skips a Bentley level, but I am bad, so I will do the Bentley level. Get this jump. Very nice. Basically now cutscene and then the Bentley level. The Bentley level is also pretty straightforward. There's just a cutscene here and then.
You got me wrong, Miss Fox. I'm here to
It's
rescue
yeah.
You sentimental fool. Empathy is all.
If you have any donations or something, now will be a time.
Looks like I'm going to have to do some fast and furious
any donations or something?
down that gas before Sly's brain is turned to cheese.
We sadly do not have any donations, but we do still have an incentive for Dissidia, which is coming up really soon for the blindfolded prologue percent. So if you really want to annoy the runner with making him blind do both the pre-prologue and the prologue blindfolded, be sure to get your donations in.
So basically in this level, wow, of course I get hit. Basically you have to destroy these kind of blocks to pick up the key fragments or something. At least they kind of look like the this thing kind of looks like like the thing in it looks like a key, I guess, kind of. But you basically need to pick that up. In total, you need to pick up 13 of those. Every time you hit a green block, you get hit for 1 HP, and if you get hit by the red thingy, you will die instantly. It's really unforgiving and annoying. I don't know if it's random where the block spawns. I don't think it's random, but don't quote me on that. I'm trying not to die here. Ooh, those. And now the last one. And that was basically the Bentley level. It's not that hard, but it loses you like a minute or a minute and a half. That's why I usually would skip it, but I really can't get the skip, so...
Sly, I was wrong about it.
So now there's a little conversation between Carmelita and Sly. And basically, they're basically going to say, oh yeah, we're going to team up because why not? There would be a cutscene in this level, but if you spam the menu, you can skip it, luckily. So basically you just need here to protect Sly from these lava slugs, which can be quite annoying. What I'm also doing is smacking these kind of pillars. What this is doing? Basically, Sly needs to get up there, but the game intends you to go to smack it when Sly is there. But if you can do it beforehand, it's faster because Sly can just walk the whole way. Like, slugs will appear, but just shoot them, but they won't really do anything on Sly, because he's too fast for them. And now going into one of the final levels of the game, luckily. There's now a little bit of a platforming section again. And then the final boss. I will explain when to time when I'll be at the final boss. Basically just... Oh, well, nice. I jumped, but okay. Basically you want to jump there to skip the electric platform thingy. Yeah. Skip it. Hook here and there. You want to get enough height to go up the platform because it will skip a little bit of the level. Go here. It's pretty straightforward what you all need to do. There's also another strat that you can do, but like a lot of strats, I don't do them. Okay. Oh. Okay. That never happened to me before. Yeah, that's me. Nice. Gonna do it again. These sections don't have a checkpoint, so they're kinda unforgiving. Unfortunately for me. So now do this all over again. And now don't get electrified by the stuff. If the game wants to work for me, of course, this time, which it looks like it does. So now here, just be careful. I think you can skip it by jumping and then grabbing it again, but let's be honest, I'm just gonna be careful here because I don't want to die again. Just wait for this one, you can go immediately with this, wait, and then go up here. Wait till this is a little bit fallen down, and going into the final boss. There's a little cutscene, a little talking cutscene at the beginning. But let's be honest, I don't want to watch that. So let's just skip it. So here is the final boss. It's a flying section. Time will be when when at the end of the next platforming section, but I will say when it really is. So basically, you just need to shoot this guy multiple times. Specific parts. It's always the same. Starts with the claws, then the head, then the tail feathers, and then the right wing. So if you can fire a bit prematurely, it's fast to get. But unfortunately, he blocks the bullets himself sometimes. So that's why I didn't get it immediately.
I don't get it. You're so
again, there's a little bit of talking, but I can skip this by reloading the game, but I will have to do the first phase of this fight again. I mean, I can do it, but I'm not gonna do it since we're already watching it, and it will not only lose time.
Doesn't create great thieves. It takes great thieves to create the thieves.
So the second part, he launches these rings where you need to fly through, and if you fly through the rings, you won't get hit, obviously. And Carmelita, who has been shooting the parts of Clockwork, is again doing the same thing, but on different parts. So you can fire a bit prematurely, but the moving button is the same button as the button you use to aim. So it's a little bit hard to aim and move at the same time. So once this is over, the platforming section is there. You do not want to die there, because if you will die, you have to do the whole boss fight again. It will be shorter this time because they won't play out the talking cutscenes again, but of course it will lose time. So coming up is the platforming section. What I basically need to do is I need to walk to Clockwork and smack the crap out of his head. At the final smack, it's time, by the way. Very nice. So, time coming up. And time.
It took some tricky maneuvering, but I managed to snatch that last piece of the Thievius Raccoonus from Clockwork's claw.
128, a little bit overestimate, sorry for that.